Ladies and gentlemen, you already know what it is. Let me tell you a little something real quick. In this video, despite whatever the title or the picture may be, the thumbnail, whatever you want to call it, we're going to be doing a couple things in this video. As always, can't just do one thing, got to do several things. We're going to be working on the B18C GSR motor, and we're going to be doing a couple little small things to the S13 right here, and we're going to drift the S13, you know what I'm saying? So, stick around, check it out, and after the intro, you already know.
DJ. The tables turned really back one time. Okay, Tony touch.
It's so tremendous.
Tony touch. Yo, I be the mic smoker. Hey yo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Blaze the hot.
Transact to sound like Kevin. 765 4321. Mamone Metcalf, come and get some. Play my position. Hot Nixon, this one. For all the sick ones, infliction. Poisonous, dark sickness. Best believe finger itching with 2 broke legs. Now I'm tripping on MC's cliche. Shot that ricochet, start trouble, bust bubble. Hip the wicked ways, gotta love me. G.O.D. no one above me. Look good but fuck ugly. Tap your jaw from my punch, Bucky, son, and you. Got you shitting in your last huggy, running who? Fucking punk, get a speed bump coming through. A single shot make your meat love respect. Woo.
Yo, hey yo, I put it on a nigga, shit it on a nigga. Turn a Christian to a certified sinner. The palm I release, time pin up.
Explode.
When you got sent up, I was hitting your ex-hoe. Shit, I kept low, petrol, your metro. Politan, keep the chicken heads gobbling. Shit, I'm driving in, come with folk halogen. Terrorize your city from the split committee. Kick ass to both Timberlands, turn shitty. Gritty, smack the driver head in the gypsy. When I approach, rappers be taking notes. I drop like I should've invented the raincoat. Absolute, I love the burn to the roots. I keep coming till you pour sperm from your boots. Vigilante, hardcore to the penis. Tell you fuck you, my attitude is anemic.
I'm the illest nigga alive, watch me prove it. I snatch your crown with your head still attached to it. Cannabis is the type to fight for mics. Beating niggas to death and beating dead niggas to life. When you look at me long enough, I start to read your thoughts if the signal was strong enough. And then I call you bluff like, yo, how many rhymes you got? I could go on for more millennia. The Mazda's got on a car lot, and there's nowhere to run to. When I confront you, nigga, I call you bluff like you had a phone number. Who wanna see cannabis get wild? Who wanna act fly and get shot down with a surface to air missile? I take them on and on, shape, size, and forms to spit on. Anybody who ain't close enough to shit on. 0 to 60, I'm already doing 100 when I'm blunted, and I give it to any nigga that wants it.
Stay out the dark. Cause if I catch you when the sun is down, run it, clown, come up off that. I'm gon' gun it down, run it down. However it's gon' go, it's gon' be that. See that? That shit'll finish you, dawg. Believe that. Where we at? Do you value your life as much as your possessions? Don't be a stupid nigga, learn a lesson. I'm gon' get you either way, and it's better to live. So let me get what's in your sock, cause it's better to give, to receive. Believe what I say when I tell you. Don't make me put you somewhere where nobody will smell you. And when the lights is out, they don't come back on. This ain't a flick, you ain't gon' come back on. You ain't that strong, know it was wrong, but you asked for it, baby. You's a big nigga, ski mask for it, baby. So I can hit you up on Front Street. To get dumb sweet, you want heat, one deep, leave 'em behind.
Hey yo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Blaze the hot trizag.
Shine like heaven. 7,
6,
5,
4,
3,
2,
1.
Come on, Mr. Smith, come get some.
My young sons fantasize of borrowing flows. Tell little shorty with the big mouth, the bank is closed. The symbol on my arm is off limits to challenges. You holding rusty swords, I swing the Excalibur. How dare you step up in my dimension? Your little ass should be somewhere crying on detention. Watch your mouth, better yet, hold your tongue. I'ma do this shit for free this time, this one's for fun. Blow you to pieces, leave you covered in feces with one thesis.
LL Cool J is hard.
Every little boy wanna pick up the mic and try to run with the big boys and live up to the real hype. But that's like picking up a ball playing with Mike, swinging in Ken Griffey or challenging Roy to a fight. Stapping your amateur MCs. Don't you know I'm like the dream team touring overseas? For rappers in my circle, I'm a deadly disease. Ringmaster, bringing a tiger cub to his knees. In the history of rap, they've never seen such prominence. Your naive confidence gets crushed by my dominance. Now let's get back to this mic on my arm. If it ever left my outside and transform into a time bomb. You don't wanna bar that, you wanna idolize. And you don't wanna make me mad, nigga, you wanna socialize. And I'm daring every MC in the game to play itself out position and mention my name. I make a rhyme for every syllable in your name. Go platinum for every time your grimy ass was on the train. Watch your mouth, don't ever step out of line. LL Cool J, nigga, greatest of all time.
Yeah. Ellie Dollar, motherfucker. Yeah. Sun up, we gon' shine. Know we doing that every day, and I hope you niggas don't mind. But I'm gon' do the shit anyway, it ain't yours, it just was your time. For the game, you know how they play, ain't no safety up on that 9. Ain't no beef, but these niggas hate. I've been trying to get to this cash money, you ballin' and they won't block shit. Window shopping with 50 Cent, I was dead broke and ain't cop shit. Ain't win, but I ain't quit, just took more when my shots missed. Pulled up in that new thing, boy, white niggas ain't got this. Going up, ain't no ceiling, give a fuck about how y'all feeling. Won't be slowing up, ain't no chillin'. Y'all be playing tough, ain't no villains. These hoes only thing that I'm drilling. Ain't on that, I'm chasing these millions. When I hit the street, we gon' kill them. Chrome that woman, then we gon' grill them. Ain't that same Bronco, yo nigga got this 40-50K mo. 4x4, I'm taking it off-road and I'm going where they can't go. Got them twin turbos on that bitch and that motherfucker ain't slow. Got that tent, but it ain't too dark. Look hard, you might see your hoe, nigga.
Hold up, I'm the king up in my city. Watch me swing up in my city. Since 1992, made my name ring up in my city. Diamonds bling up in my city. Chrome shining all of my rims. Even if you ain't know who I was, you still know that I'm him. Heard all the hating from them and everything they said about us. But we don't pay it no mind, cause we know all them niggas is sus. They gon' get they issue, boy, trust. That's one way or another. If not from me, the trilogy, then the universe got you. That's on my brother. I'm a fighter and I'm a lover. A gangster and I'm a gentleman. Bring it to you personally, I don't need no middleman. But if I call them gladiators up, they won't be sentimental, man. And when we done, I promise you gon' need more than to see the men offend. They'll spin and spin again, paranoid so they clutch something. Put in work, then scratch off after making sure that they touch something. Me and Les, we ain't stressed, we just here counting bread. And niggas recognize what we said, from Herschelwood to the Stead, nigga.
Got to stay strapped, safety first when I roll. They hate a nigga guts when they know you won't hold. Fuck a fantasy, you can see me rolling on them rolls. Since I was in 11th grade, I've been rolling foes. Trunk open, never closed, gotta show them how it's done. I'm riding rolls now, I just do this shit for fun. Been on a 30-year run, I've been stunt number 1. I do this every year, they go quick as they come from the bottom. But I've been on the top for a while. You grown now, I've been riding drops since you was a child. Not to mention diamond smiles, we did that shit first. And got TBT pics for the paperwork. Been leaving haters hurt when they see me show up. They know Thugger real, gotta get your dough up. Still ain't slow up, swinging wide when I ride. Been the boss of the north, still ripping that with pride, huh?
right, folk, let me hold you down here. Let me hold you down. So let's go over this motor real quick. Let's try to keep it light, keep it tight, keep it bussin'. Okay, so check me out. We did all services. So if you have not watched previous videos, we actually removed the cams. We moved majority of the pieces inside the head to install lost motion assemblies, which are these little springs. And so we replaced a lot of the stuff inside the motor here, but we didn't do like valve springs and retainers, and we didn't do valve seals. To be fair, I would like to do those things, but not really in the budget, and sometimes if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, back over here, you know what I'm saying? Boom. So, as you see, we have a Gates racing timing belt. Now, if you don't know this, if I remember correct, the Greddy timing belt, the HKS timing belts, and I think the Tomei timing belts are all actually Gates belts, but just like with their company logo on it. So anyways, fun fact. Anyways, boom. We cleaned up the engine mount, the alternator, these are alternator brackets. So we cleaned these up, got those looking right and tight. As you saw, we installed a new oil pump, new water pump, new tensioner, kept the same spring because I don't think that it's going to matter, but it may or may not, but I got the same spring on there. I cleaned this off camera, the back timing cover, because there's the back one, and then now there's the front ones we got to still put on. You saw that we put the oil pickup on, and I still have the wrong oil pan on here because this is the crushed one. The one it's supposed to be on here is flipped over, trying to drain all the old oil and all the old shit out of it right now. So that's pretty much it. I say that's pretty much it, but that's pretty much it for the time being. There's still all these other parts to install. Have a box of more gaskets and seals. I have to do stuff like this still, which this goes in the back of the block, and I'll show you on the other motor here in a second, or here in a little bit. So yeah, actually, you know what? I'm gonna show you right now. I don't know why I'm even talking about it. I don't even know why. I forget, like, sometimes how I structure things. So, you know, boom. But, let me hold you down a second. Hold on. I apologize for that. I'm also a little bit under the weather. I ain't gonna front with you. So anyways, that little fitting that I showed you is this guy here on the back of the block, right? So, you see this, that's still closed, this one's open. Now, what this is about is they're little fittings, so you can put them in the back of your crankcase for crankcase ventilation. You know what I mean? For engines that don't spin high RPM, you don't really have to have the bottom end breathing that much because they don't produce a lot, right? But for the VTEC motors factory, that's a non-VTEC block. Let's take you back to the VTEC block right here. Factory, this is their OEM crank breathing little box. So this one actually goes into a hole in the bottom of the block here instead of here and here. There's a hole down the bottom of the block. You have this canister here, plus you have the, I don't know if that's an oil port, a vacuum port. Oh, excuse me. I don't know if that is an oil port or vacuum port, but this is for air. So this will, from the intake manifold, pull air, pull vacuum, you know, do that whole shit. Because VTEC motors turn RPM, right? All engines typically have some sort of little setup on them, but like Honda's seen these B20 motors and these LS motors, they go, yeah, these things rev like 6,500. They don't need it. And what's even crazier is when I did just this one side, I was gonna do both sides. When I did the one side, man, I literally noticed the difference at higher RPM. It seemed that like the motor was happier to be up in that rev range, right? But, you know, to a degree, and the non-VTEC bottom ends don't like to rev high to begin with, you know what I'm saying? So if you watch way past videos, that's why we did rod bolts in it, just to have stronger rod bolts, because when you turn RPMs, you'll stretch the rod bolts, they'll snap, and you'll scatter the whole bottom end, you know what I mean? Also, engine frequency and how balanced the crankshaft is in the higher RPM range is also a thing too. So like, that's why I wouldn't rev the engine past 8,000, because like bottom end really doesn't want to rev past 7, so you're going to give an extra 1,000 RPMs, you know what I mean? but they still take it, and that's like a big key factor. And for the money you spend, I think it's like 120 bucks. Maybe it's less, but something around that range, right, for the rod bolts. And like, that's a big thing for longevity. But the downside is that the rings, they're not gonna hold up. That's kind of I'm gonna say it's kind of a Honda thing, because over all the years I've seen Hondas always end up smoking from valve seals and the rings, you know what I mean? So, you know, we got that kind of going on. But with all that being said, hold up, we come right back right over here again. Let's shout it down. So yeah, this is kind of where we're at with this motor. We're pretty good here. I need to clean the outside timing stuff because it's really fucking nasty. Can't stand it. That's the old oil pump here, and the old oil pump, I'm gonna assume, is not good because the VTEC in the motor did not work very well. So, and right here in the back of the block, I ended up hooking up my little oil pressure gauge to it, and to be fair, it wasn't completely sealed properly, but even then, oil pressure wise, like, I wasn't getting the readings I should be getting from having 20-50 weight oil and it being really thick. So, you know, with that kind of shit, I'm just like, man, like, we're changing the oil pump, you know what I mean? So I put a Nippon Racing oil pump in there, and that should be, it's a made in Japan oil pump. I won't put anything less than OEM or a made in Japan pump, something like that. Like maybe ACL, something like that. But that oil pump, I think, was only 180, whereas an OEM oil pump is 450. So save a little bit of money. It should do the same thing, and if it doesn't, that's gonna be a nightmare, you know what I'm saying? So flip around, Charlie Brown. Damn, here we go. There's probably other stuff I did that I'm not talking about, not on purpose, but just because I forgot. Anyways, come over here with me, little show. Damn, look at this thing right here. A bit ugly. That thing ugly right now. So, if you don't know, this was a B20 VTEC setup that was out of my silver Civic. This is the same car I took to the track at OSW, did some corners. If you haven't seen that, go on my catalog of videos and check it out for yourself and see some cool things, shout it, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, back at it again, right here, boom. Pulled the head off of this motor because I have, okay, to give you context, this is my first car here, and this has a B16 VTEC motor in it. Actually, I can just show you. Didn't want to lift it up with this on here, but the windshield smashed anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Here we go. So this is my old setup. It's a turbo setup from back in the day. It's missing everything because I sold the car many years ago, but it still has a lot of good components. But there's a B16 motor in here. And with that being said, I'm like, oh, well, I know the bottom end it's gone. Either the rings are in the oil pan or there's holes in the pistons, either or. Bottom end's gone. Is it damaged? No. I should be able to replace it, fix it, you know, whatever the case is. But as time went on, I got to thinking a little bit. I'm like, man, now keep in mind, at this time, I didn't have the GSR motor, which came out of that car over there. So this was prior to that. The plan was, my homie gave me a B16 block, my homie Mark, gave me a B16 block, which is this one right here. It's a high mileage block, but it doesn't fucking matter because it's a fucking nice block. I can throw some pistons in there, do a little backyard mechanic shade tree shit, and then like kind of get it going. Now, the idea originally was take that block and pull the head off of this motor and put it on there, and then maybe do like a little fuel cell in here because the gas tank, there's no way it's good. I mean, if it's good, it's super impressive, but I doubt it very highly. Toss like a fuel cell in there, keep it super simple, and get this thing to fire up and like just kind of be able to drive that car in general. So with that being said, what we have here is I now have a badass B16 head off of this car because of my B20 VTEC setup. This head has the built distributor, the Skunk 2 intake manifold, which is an upgrade, the 70mm throttle body, also an upgrade. It still has stock cams in it, which I can just change out later, no big deal. But we have stock cams in here, but we have valve springs, retainers, a ported intake side. So like this head has a lot more work done to it. I will probably end up buying lost motion assemblies for that head as well. So that way I can just make sure like that whole part's gone through. Whether or not it's got valve seals in it, I mean, I don't know. But if they did springs and retainers, I would imagine they might have done valve seals. But then again, like springs and retainers, if you have the tools, it's more simple of a job than also doing valve seals. So hopefully there's valve seals, but really, like, you know, I'm gonna put some cams in that, preferably if I can try to get a set of cams for it. Put some cams in it, take that bottom end and do a just fresh set of high compression pistons in there. Cause I think it's like 180 bucks for those. Like, how do you beat that? It's such a cheap price. So like really, cams, pistons in there, and take anything off of the old motor I would need for this motor. Clean that motor up and put that one in this car. Now, where does that leave the old motor? Well, my plans for this car originally was always to re-turbo the car, but do a built bottom end, still 1.6 liter, which I don't really care if it's 1.6 or not, but like take this original long block setup I have in this car, build the pistons and rods, springs and retainers, cams, but like even then, cams wise, probably just some stock Type R cams because it really doesn't need more than that. And just like the proper turbo setup and the right shit. I'm still gonna run the full exhaust in the car, and I'm gonna fully leave this car gutted like it already is, and then do full carbon fiber chassis. Everything carbon. If they make it, it's happening. I don't give a fuck. Like, they make every piece of that car in carbon fiber, I'm doing that shit. You know what I mean? So like, that's the idea for that car. Just make it like a 450 wheel horsepower car, but just super light. Put a gangster cage in it. Boom. That's how we're gonna rock it. You know what I'm saying? So, also fun fact, when I pulled the head off of this motor, I took it, and as you can see, it dripped oil everywhere, all the way back to where I put it. And it dripped on my shorts, it dripped on my socks, my leg, my shoes. I got oil everywhere, so that kind of sucks, you know what I'm saying? But that's life sometimes, dog, you know what I mean? So anyways, that's kind of where we're at with these parts on these cars now. My goal for this is to, one of two things. Right now, I need to clean it up, remove a couple more pieces off of it, and then sort of lightly assemble it, but not like actually fully assemble it. I'm gonna put the swap up for sale, and I wanna leave it to where someone can inspect the block, inspect the transmission, and then inspect the head all separate so they can see for themselves that this is actually a good running motor. It just needs rings, no big deal. And you know, they can do whatever they want from there. Honestly, when I took this apart, I initially thought I was gonna put pistons in this motor and then put it back together. But because it's a non-VTEC block, no matter what, I knew that a non-VTEC bottom end doesn't have oil squirters for the pistons. The bottom end crank ventilation naturally isn't meant to rev high. The crankshaft itself isn't meant to rev high. So being that I want a VTEC engine so I can hit the corners on this car, because I want to do Tail of the Dragon type shit, you know what I'm saying? I want to do some cool fun track type shit. So this car is going to be a Fun Town USA car, you know what I mean? Now if I had more of a street / drag racing orientation, the B20 bottom end is fantastic because you're not killing the motor that long, you know what I mean? I am gonna miss the 2 liter displacement versus like a 1.8 liter, but the 1.8 liter with the way it feels, also probably because the transmission's got shorter gears in it too, but the way the 1.8 liter feels, I'm gonna tell you like this, I hope it's way faster because I felt how that motor felt before when it was in the other car and the VTEC wasn't even working. And I'm just like, damn, like it felt really fucking good. So I'm just like, if this thing, I don't even know, you know what I mean? Like, I'm hoping that that car full interior with the AC and all that crazy shit, I'm hoping that that whole setup, yeah, I'm like really hoping that whole setup right there is still, how do I put it? Like, I hope the car goes like mid 14s, which is asking quite a lot, but being that heavy and that kind of weight. But if you watched in the past on this car, we took it to the track, best time is 15.1, 15.3. Keeping in mind it's a long gear transmission, the tune is not optimized for this setup. I had some funky ass tune in that computer, Like, and then that's with like a 2.6 60 foot. So if you know anything about drag racing, that is ridiculously bad. So the car trapped 94 mile an hour. The car could have probably dropped 91, 92 miles an hour, and then gone like high 14s, maybe mid 14s. In my personal opinion, if that car dropped down to a 2.0 60 foot from a 2.6, let's be real here, from a, let's say my best pass was the 15.1, we're talking a mid 14-second pass with a full interior Civic. So my goal is to, on still the same street tires, still doing 2 shitty 60 foot, to still go 14s with the new setup. You know what I mean? Which, if it goes 1470, cool. 1480, cool. 1490, cool. Just be in the 14s and hopefully gain a little bit of mile an hour in the top two. You know what I'm saying? So stick around, because now we're gonna get towards the cool shit. I'm gonna do a little S13 joint. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, licky licky, can a brother get it quickie? Give you a hickey? I dare you try to pussy with me. Girl, is you with me? Don't get to acting iffy. You wanna play, I'll meet you halfway, 50-50. But no money, honey, strictly dickly. You wanna smoke? I got smoke, sticky icky. You like to drink? We can get pissy. But watch your cup when I'm trying to butt, because I slip Mickey's. She's in the bed like, that's my spot. Give me the headlight, don't stop. Yeah, I be doing it big, Magnum XL when she doing the kid. Now, I need a freak every day of the week, plus a hotel suite every day if it's cheap. My tie section of beach, I lick your lips like I'm Cool J, baby, in the back of the Jeep. Come on.
Back to you, Maybelline Queen, let's make a team. You can have anything in this world except cream. You're looking good by a colored Asian. Yeah, baby girl, I could give it to you how you need. You're sexy, persuasive, ties and thighs. Catch my eyes like highs once you buy, least surprise. You make a motherfucker, goddamn, what's the recipe? Yeah, baby, I got the method and the remedy.
She said I'm black from the bottom half down. All she wanna do is fuck. Blew her back out in the bathroom of town. First class seats, red eyes, sex on the beach. Let me open doors, take you on scores and kiss your feet. Yeah, baby, my third leg will drive you crazy. Half on a baby, yes, no, and maybe. In the words of the late great ODB. All week hors d'oeuvres in the back of the Jeep. Take my entrees up to the suite. I like to eat, make you proud, have you living out loud above the clouds. God bless me, so the girls say I'm well endowed. Shouldn't, wouldn't, couldn't, but you would if you could. Life's good, we take 'em back to the hood. Me and Meth, scoop 'em up in the ice cream truck. Who wanna fuck? French vanilla, butter pecan, chocolate deluxe.
Back to you, Maybelline Queen, let's make a team. You can have anything in this world except cream. You're looking good by a colored Asian. Yeah, baby girl, I could give it to you how you need. You're sexy, persuasive, ties and thighs. Catch my eyes like highs once you buy, least surprise. You make a motherfucker, goddamn, what's the recipe? Yeah, baby, I got the method and the remedy.
You can't tell by the thumbnail, by the pictures, by the titles, by the, you know what I'm saying, whatever. I'm gonna tell you, we gonna do a little drifting the S13 today, you know what I mean? So hopefully we get a lot of good footage, because usually it's a little bit difficult, and Florida being really hot also kills cameras a lot, makes them really hot, so they burn up and stop recording. So I'm gonna try to get as much footage as I can, inside and outside, so you know, we'll go from there. Boom, shawty. So anyways, let's see, how do I put this? Oh yeah, stick around, check it out, and you about to see what's about to go on. Damn, Wody. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. We're gonna wrap this shit up right here. In general, the S13 did pretty good, but I've been noticing that at higher lock scenarios, the steering's getting bound up, so that's not good. I have to kind of figure out what's going on with that. I don't know if I need to change my knuckle, but I also don't like how slow the steering rotation's kind of going. Now I say these things, right? But at the same time, let's be realistic here. This is a hot boy car first, this is a drift car second, you know what I'm saying? So like with that being said, I am asking a lot out of the car for what I'm complaining about. So it's like, I want the car to be a little bit snappier, have a little bit faster of a steering, and then I also would like the car to rotate a little bit faster. But at the same time, it's like, for the car to be set up in that manner, I have 18s all the way around. I'm on an 18 by either 10.5 or an 11 in the front, something like that. It's a rather large wheel. I'm on a 225/40, very stretched, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, rear suspension is not dialed. I have my BC Racing coilovers in the car, which are loving. They work really good. They feel really good. So like the car on the street drives super nice. It's feeling good at the track. And it's like, it's an S chassis, so it drives really its own type of way. It's a smaller chassis. I've been driving this car for years, and I have this car dialed in to where I want it to be. And this car, like, it's not snappy transitions, but like, the car hangs and swangs, and I can go like lock to lock without any complications for the most part, you know what I mean? So it's like, that car works really good. The S chassis, I'm looking for it to drive a little bit more aggressively. I want it to drive different. It already drives different than this car, but I want it to drive even more aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm doing this car different. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do a little bit of a drift alignment on it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a little bit less streetable, a little bit more hot boy / drift orientated, that direction. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but with that being said too, hot boy is number 1. Drift stuff is number 2. So if the car don't look tight, I don't give a fuck. So it's like, we have to make it look tight, and it can drive right afterwards, right? As driving right is priority 2, not 1. Priority 1 is to make sure this bitch looking bad, dog. You know what I'm saying? Because like, if not, then it's like, for me, it's like, what's the point? You know what I mean? So if I wanted to drive better, I would go mono blocks. I would do a 17, 18 stagger. Not a fan of that, by the way. And, you know, you don't use a 10.5 inch wide wheel, 11 inch wide wheel in the front with a hell of a stretch. You use a lightweight, you know, 17 by 9 with like a 225 tire on there type shit. And like, if you need to put your wheel out, use like a spacer or something, you know, lift the front end up more so like your suspension has a better steering articulation and stuff like that. So like, with all that being said, I'm getting there, you know what I mean? First, I gotta figure out why the car binds up at higher lock. And my very first pass, I almost pushed this car straight into the wall because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna come out sideways and just fucking swing it. And I came out sideways hard and it got stuck out there, and I go, oh shit. And like, luckily, it wasn't stuck enough to the point where it completely locked me out of the steering, but like, it went out, and I'm like, uh-oh. And I fucking had to tap the brake, kind of unlock the fucking front end, and then try to swing it around, you know what I mean? So, also crazy fact is like, when I drive this car, go back in the videos of me taking the car to Orlando Speed World also, that car, I'll point that car dead at the wall, fucking just dead at the wall. The way this car transitions and works, I love the way it works. I point this fucking thing dead at the damn wall, and I'm like, yup, right? This car, when I point at the wall, it's not giving me that feeling that this car does, you know what I mean? I point at the wall and I'm like, oh shit. Because this car actually has a lot of forward drive in it compared to that one. That car's got no side bite, no forwards. The car hangs and stays out, and I love that, right? This car, like I said, I want it to be different. And this one, when I chuck it out and I start giving it gas, it drives at the wall instead of like crab walks, you know what I'm saying? So like, I still need the car to get high lock because I still want to try to do I want the car to do backies, you know what I mean? If I can get it to do that, you know what I mean? Well, yeah, I want to do backies. I think that this car should be able to do it, and I'm willing to remove any material in its way to articulate the wheel, you know, change the camber, change the caster, whatever the case is. So like, the car's still in kind of the development phase, but I kind of want to paint it ASAP anyways. But it's just like, this thing is this car is definitely, it's a work in progress, you know what I mean? So I hope you guys enjoy seeing, you know, what we got going on. Hopefully, you know, the drifting video, not much in-car footage and out-car footage. I think all out-car footage is filmed like this. So if the video is kind of small in that aspect, I'm pretty sure I'll try to massage it to try to be as much full screen as possible. But for the most part, I mean, you know, it is what it is, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's got to look cool first. We still have to finish the bumper, make it lower, all that kind of stuff. But like, I want to be drifting on nothing but the big joints. So I got to buy, you know, more wheels and tires and shit later on. For now, I'm on the mono blocks, just kind of piecemealing whatever I can get, boom, whatever. This car, I want to rock it on some 285s, on some 12.5s in the back, some chrome joints, you know. I don't want to put mono blocks in this car, just mono blocks is like a backup type shit. I already know for a fact the car's gonna feel way better on mono blocks because my old black S13 used to drift really good on mono blocks compared to the fucking big boys. But I mean, yeah, drifting on the cool shit, you know, it's kind of like, what's the point, you know what I mean? So we got more changes coming, we got more work coming to this car. Again, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to do the like, comment, share, subscribe shit, you're more than welcome to. If you want a cool merch like this, blood-thirsty.co. Link in the description, every single video. You already know, you know what I'm saying? And this is actually a really old shirt. The shirt's like 2.5 years old, and it's worn every single week, and it's in a washer every single week. And when I wash my clothing, I do not care what they recommend. I just wash it however I feel, you know what I mean? So, shirt's doing really good for that. Soft, comfortable, lightweight, perfect for the summertime, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, get you one while you can. There's more stuff on the site, so, you know, go ahead and check that shit out too, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, been feeling kind of on the weather today. Yeah, that's how it's gonna be. Hopefully we got some more good content coming. Well, all the content is good content, but I want to do shit that's more fun for me, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully here soon, we try to wrap up that motor, and then also by wrapping that up, it gets me in the ballpark for, I want to paint the engine bay in this car, which I have to strip more of the engine bay, unfortunately. That car is going to go through its own transformation as well. A lot of work. And I still have to kind of figure out where I'm going to do some of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, boy's got a lot on his plate, but we're here to eat. You know what I'm saying? Hey. All right. So stick around, keep checking the videos. You want to check out other cool shit, go back on my old videos and just keep scrolling through, find what you like and jam on it. You know what I'm saying? And just remember, in life, stay sucker free. You heard?
Doom shot, motherfucker.